The girl typed the last letter on the hospital bed. The next second, her own younger sister pulled out her oxygen tube, just because the paper the girl had just finished was about an 8G network powerful enough to change the world. To steal the girl's achievement, the sister felt she had to do this. But what the sister didn't know was that the research results were originally meant for her, because the girl was already in the late stage of brain cancer, and in order to get her parents to agree to her surgery, she used up her remaining life to complete this research so that her sister Lisa could become the youngest scientific PhD in the world. Seeing her father holding the paper, the girl was about to ask when her surgery would be done when she noticed the smug looks on all three of them. Then she heard them say that they had never planned to give her any surgery at all. The only reason they brought her back home was because she was a math genius and could help Lisa get into the research institute. After hearing this, the girl felt a wave of disappointment in her heart, and she finally realized that the family affection she thought she had been a 24-year-long lie. But Lisa still refused to let the girl live. To make sure the girl wouldn't expose her academic fraud, Lisa immediately removed the girl's oxygen tube. Then she left the room with their parents, leaving the girl alone in the ward to wait for death. At that moment, the girl saw a familiar figure appear in the hospital room. He was the one who, ever since she was locked in the lab, kept coming to take care of her, Uncle James. He was also the only warmth she had ever felt in her life. Right before dying, the girl spoke her only wish, that she wished the person who had taken her home back then had been James. As soon as she finished speaking, time seemed to freeze at that moment. Maybe God heard her wish, because when she opened her eyes again, she was shocked to find that she had gone back 17 years. Her parents had just threatened her to help Lisa get into the gifted program of the experimental elementary school, just as her grandfather, just like in her previous life, was about to give the most valuable research report to Lisa. The girl couldn't hold back anymore and spoke up to stop him. She directly said the test questions for entering the gifted class were all done by herself. To prove her ability, she immediately said her grandfather could test her with his own questions. But her words angered her biological parents standing nearby. Her father even directly threatened her, saying that if she dared to speak again, he would throw her out of the house. Hearing this, the girl immediately shook off her father's hand and said that even if they kicked her out, they couldn't lie to Grandpa. But her father still refused to let her go and tried to lock her in her room. But James suddenly appeared and stopped him, saying they should give the girl a chance. The girl also quickly told her grandfather that she wanted to prove herself with his questions. Seeing this, Grandpa immediately decided to give her a chance and then stated his question. Wanting to show off her ability, Lisa blurted out her answer as soon as she heard the question, but Grandpa couldn't help shaking his head and then asked for the girl's opinion. To make sure everyone could understand, the girl used the grapes on the table to solve her grandfather's question. Seeing Grandpa's satisfied expression, the girl immediately declined Grandpa's reward of his research notes, saying that the reward she wanted was to change herself to a different father. But as soon as she said this, she was scolded by her father, and her mother even humiliated her, saying she was someone who didn't know how to be grateful and claiming she should have left the girl outside to starve. Seeing this, the girl pretended to feel wrong and told everyone that if she had parents who liked her since she was young, she would definitely be the happiest child. Hearing the girl's words, before anyone else could speak, Grandpa agreed to her request and told her to choose one of his 4 sons as the father she preferred. He said the eldest son was a university professor, the 3rd son was an entrepreneur, and the 4th son was a medical scientist. Even though the latter 2 were not home, Grandpa said he could make the decision for them. But the answer the girl gave left everyone completely stunned on the spot.